Welcome to The Common Dad. I am just kidding. I'm not Justin. I'm Esther. And I am joined by, of course,
I am not Andrew.
Not
I
Andrew.
am Sarah, Andrew's wife. And we figured in honor of Women's History Month, we would take over. So we thought you would maybe be interested in getting to know us. So Esther,
possibly.
tell me, what do you do?
Well, I am a coach. I am a gosh, I don't even know how to explain what an orange specialist is. So I work for a company that produces curriculum and resources for leaders and church settings, and I basically coach them into how to use it, how to use our strategy, our curriculum, and all of the things that we offer for ministries, for kids ministry, family ministries, student ministries, all of that. On top of that, I oversee all of our, or coach, I guess, all of our international churches and Spanish-speaking churches. So yeah, that's what I do.
And you're amazing at it because I've picked your brain a million times. And you've always had answers for me. So if anyone's looking for an orange specialist, you got one.
Right. You might have no idea what that means, and that is totally fine. So, Sarah, tell us what you do.
I actually started my own company. It's a creative agency, and we handle photography, videography, and marketing for our clients, one of which might be this podcast. Maybe. So I am able to produce the podcast for the guys and post it and edit it and all of that fun stuff. And I do similar things for other clients. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. That sounds like fun.
And it gives us a lot of flexibility, having your own company, working your own schedule, all that kind of stuff. So
like at home and stuff like that,
home,
right?
Yeah, because you know.
Oh, okay. So speaking of home, tell us what home life looks like for the Hollands.
The Hollands' home life is just, we both have boys, and boys are a lot. We have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, and it's like Tasmanian devils 24/7. So, and on top of that, they're both extremely high energy. So, because of my schedule, we actually took the leap of faith and have been able to homeschool this year. So it's been wonderful.
Well, a brave person right there. Take a drink. You deserve it.
So I'm able to be teacher during the day and then put on the mom hat once school's over. But it's been really good. Like it's given us flexibility of like, you know what? Everyone needs a mental health day. And like, I don't think it doesn't start when you're kids. So when you see them super overwhelmed or like just, I can't do this, we'll just go to the park and run laps. And it's our PE, for lack of a better word. Yeah. It's our recess. But it's been super beneficial for the boys. It's gotten us as a family unit really close, because we're around each other all the time. But don't get me wrong, it's had its trials. It's had its issues and like it's had its moments where we're like, what are we doing? But I'm very happy with this transition. So it's been a lot of fun. Tell us about your family. Justin's told us a bit, but like give us your take.
Sure. Okay, so I am not a homeschool mom. I think I told Justin during COVID, I was like, if I have to do this again, somebody's gonna die. I mean, might be me, might be a kid, might be you. I don't know, but somebody's gonna get it.
Oh goodness.
I can't deal with this. They go to school. At least Elijah's in kindergarten. Ezra, I have 3 boys. So we have 3 boys still in the boy world.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness, it is crazy.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yes, it is crazy. And then we have the baby who is a year and a half, and he is 100% as crazy as the other two.
Well, I mean, he's
And he
got
would
good role
do
models.
and he would do anything that the other two are doing. He is just he wrestles,
Oh,
he
yeah.
kicks, he like talks back, he he goes and like tattles on his brothers, which is hilarious. Um but yeah, they go to school. So Elijah goes to preschool. Elijah goes to kindergarten. Ezra goes to preschool. And the baby stays home with my mom because my parents live with us. So that's
Amazing.
different and awesome. And so, yeah, and then I go to work. So I work at the office for half the day, and then the other half I spend it at home, still working,
Of
but,
course.
at home, which is a little different. We have a home office here in the basement that we share, which is kind of funny sometimes. But yeah, so that's our home life. That's what we do.
That's
We
awesome.
hang out during the weekend and do all the things that we can't do during the week. Just like normal people, we have no freedom.
Of course not. No, no, no. The moment you decide to go from like new married couple, like living the life, to let's have kids, no, freedom goes out the
Oh yeah,
window.
no,
Mm-mm.
no. I remember thinking about it when we were just married, and I was like, so we got married, we waited 5 years, and then we had our first child. And I remember thinking before that, I was like, yeah, I'm too selfish right now.
It,
I don't want
it's
to do
true.
any. I don't want to have any kids.
You can go see a movie at the drop of a hat. You can go out to
Yeah,
dinner. Like, there's no,
good old days, man.
hey,
Just
who's.
kidding. I mean, love my kids.
Of course, we love our kids, but it's such a life change. It is such a life
Yeah.
change. All right, tell me, well, tell them because I think it's super cool.
Yeah.
You have a really awesome hobby interest that I absolutely am in
Yeah.
love with. So tell everyone.
Yeah. I am a watercolor artist. I do a lot of custom designs and custom paintings for whoever people that ask me to paint stuff for them. So they're usually portraits. I do not paint people because they give me anxiety.
I didn't know that, but yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've ever seen human
I
portraits.
have before, um, and it went well. It's just to me, I just get very anxious because I don't want to paint them in the wrong way, and
Yeah.
it's just like the animals. You paint a dog, the dog's not gonna come back to you and says that does not look like me,
Oh my gosh.
but people would.
Listen, there's a Karen somewhere that's gonna talk back to you. So
Listen, so so I try not to, and I just can't. I try, like I try to make it work, and
right.
then I just back out every time. I was like, no, can you pick something else?
But you have done incredible work. We've actually commissioned a few paintings.
Mm,
One when our dog passed away, so we have that memorial
yeah,
piece, amazing,
sweet beast.
and a few for my clients. So it's been real. You've been super. I wouldn't even. I'm not saying this because we're family, but like you've been super easy to work with, and like
Thanks, thanks,
everything that you've produced has been amazing. So
thank
we're
you,
gonna drop her
thank you.
contact info in the comments. So like if you
Yeah,
want something, you know where to find her.
yeah. You can also follow me on Facebook or Instagram, and then see all of
There
the
we
things
go.
that I've done before. So
Perfect.
Are you looking for some good, clean bedtime stories for your kids to listen to? Check out our new YouTube channel, Storytime with the Common Dad. New stories are released every Monday.
So we figured if we're doing a takeover, what would we
right,
talk
right.
about? And we figured, what are your wives not telling you? You know, Esther and I have a big mouth. We like to talk.
Yes,
So we
yes,
just
we
figured
do.
we'd spill the details.
Spill the beans.
Spill.
We wanted to call this what your wife isn't telling you, but you need to know. So
Yes.
basically, we're going to be your best friends for the next few minutes,
Yeah.
talking about some things that you might be thinking about.
Yes.
you might have in the front of your mind, as we just drop a few things here for you to listen and kind of, you know, mull over.
Just take notes.
Yes, just take notes. So the first one I have here, if you don't mind,
Go.
I'm
No,
gonna
please go
send the
for it.
first one. The first one I have here is, help me. I don't wait until I ask.
I literally wrote the same thing. I said, we want our spouses to help out with the kids or around the house or whatever without being asked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like just I mean, you don't need to ask, or I don't need to ask.
Correct.
Or the person, your wife, your whatever, your partner, they don't need to ask you for help.
No.
Like I was just reading between the lines, man. Just walk around and see what is she doing,
And
what's her face look like.
Right. And what's interesting about this is I didn't even think about it until recently. I actually saw a reel about this. Is
Yeah.
we as girls, as women, like from a young age, especially in our families, both
Mm-hmm.
foreign families,
Right.
quote unquote traditional marital like
Yeah.
jobs, if you will. We
Dynamics.
saw our moms doing X, Y, and Z. So it's almost like you're raised to think, well, this is what I need to do. This is
Right.
what's expected of me. And we don't even think, like, it's just right, wrong, or indifferent. We don't even think to say, hey, can you do the dishes? We're just going to do it.
Yes. And I mean, and I guess like what you and I are both about, like we have the same drive, I feel
Right.
like. So we're going to do everything and we're going to do it great. And we're going to kill ourselves trying
Right.
to do everything, but we're going to do it and it's going to be great.
Better believe it. It's going to get done one way or another.
It's gonna get done. So I feel like we have that. So it's really hard to ask
100%.
for help. And
You almost feel like you're failing.
yeah, oh my gosh, don't even get me started.
You
on
do,
failing,
like-
'cause-
And again, like our husbands will look at us and say, absolutely not. You're not failing. Look at everything you've accomplished. But it's
Yeah.
not. This is where I say logic and emotion don't line up in a woman's
Mhm.
mind when it comes to this part, this point in particular. Like,
Yep.
just because logically I'm not failing doesn't mean I don't feel like I'm failing.
One of my other points was
Go for it.
Just say it. Like when you see her doing something great, or you
Yes.
feel like admiration for something that she's doing, say it.
Even the little
Like,
things.
Use your words.
Right.
Say it, even if it's like, man, you love Ezra today very well, or like, I love the way that happened, or that dynamic happened.
Right.
Look at you and your guys. Like whatever it is.
Right.
Whatever it is that you see your wife or the mother of your children doing well.
Right.
Say it, because we are our worst
Worst critic.
critics.
Worst enemy.
Worst critics.
Mhm.
We feel like we are failing 90% of the time.
Yep.
So we need you as the partner. We need you as our cheerleaders to actually like say the words.
Absolutely.
You're doing great.
Yes.
Here is where you're doing great.
Yep.
This is what I'm seeing. Use the, like, whatever it is you're seeing, and like, show your admiration. Say the things that you feel like, because I mean, we're just trying really hard, and sometimes we just
And you
don't
know
even
what?
see ourselves.
Like, this is a dad podcast, so obviously
Right.
you guys are listening to this to be hopefully to be a better dad and to like have fun in the process. But this translates to your kids. I will give Andrew a ton of credit here. One of the things like this that he does extremely well is every single night in front of the kids as we sit down for dinner. Thank you, Mommy, for cooking us dinner. And what do the boys do? Thank you, Mommy, for cooking us dinner. And it's like, it's cheesy and it's become a thing. But like, what are the boys learning? When they get wifey one day, thank
Yep.
you for cooking me a meal. Whether
Yes.
it's good or it's not, Thank you for cooking, because while Andrew's working and like wrapping up for the day and answering those last few emails, I'm in the kitchen cooking. And it's perfect because I enjoy it. I'm not complaining that I have to cook, but like just hearing that little thank you, massive. This actually brings me to my next one. I want my partner to be my best friend. Like you said, cheerleader, 100%. I want him to be my cheerleader. I want him to be my support system. I want him to be my best friend. When I have a work issue or a friend issue or whatever, I know I can go to him and vent, complain, just be a sounding board, like whatever it may be. But he is my best friend, and he will set me straight when I need to be set straight, and he will encourage me when I need to be encouraged. He will be that cheerleader. So 100%.
Justin's really good at that. I love that. I mean, just yesterday I sat down and like talked for like an hour. Poor guy didn't get a word in.
Of course not. No. This is a twofer, because one of my other ones is women don't want an answer. Women want you to listen.
Yeah.
Don't fix our problems. Just listen to us complain.
We're capable women. We're capable human beings.
We will talk in circles until we get our answer. You don't need to fix it for us.
Yes. Just listen.
Just listen.
Nod and say, yes, you're right. I mean, all you have to say is you're right. That's it. That's the other point, right? That's
oh, gosh.
Close it in right here. You're right.
Oh, my goodness. What else do you have for us?
So I have one here. Sorry.
No, go for it.
This one says, read in between the passive-aggressive comments. Like, learn to read in between the passive-aggressive comment. Okay, listen. I do it. Okay, I'm going to be the first one to raise my hand and say I do it. Usually, there's like something deep behind the passive-aggressive thing that is not like, it's not super terrible. It's just like, let's be a little bit more.
Let's go. Let's be real.
More real. If you neglect or you stop doing some of these things, you know, then the more passive aggressive we get.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So the point might be, if you hear a passive aggressive comment, it was like, oh, okay, what did I miss? Which one of those lists that the girls gave me did I not do?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just good advice.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't mean we don't love you, because I love you, Justin Gray.
No, absolutely. We can be really good communicators, and we can be not so good communicators. I would say when we become passive aggressive, it's not the greatest communicator, but the more you are in this relationship, I mean, we've both been married to our husbands for over 10 years now. Mm-hmm. So we have that benefit, if you will. Right. But yeah, I would say nonverbal communication is a very big deal. Mm-hmm. I can tell when Andrew's upset about something. I may not know exactly what it's about, but I know he's upset about something. So that tells me, hold on, let me figure this out, and let's figure this out. Same for husbands. Listen, wifey can be real passive aggressive sometimes. It's not always fun, but it's going to happen. Let's see, what's next on my list? When we feel overwhelmed, take charge, because it takes something off of our plate. Don't do this, you'll get overwhelmed. But if you ever sit back and think, what does my wife do? All right, well, most women or most wives or mothers, we are thinking about what's for breakfast while simultaneously thinking, do I have the ingredients I need for lunch and dinner? What do if your kids are going off to school, what am I packing? Or is there enough money in their lunch account if they're buying food from school? do I have to go to the grocery store? Do I have to do laundry? Do I have to order something from Amazon? We are asking ourselves 1,000,001 questions all the time, every day, every hour, over and over and over again. And then one thing falls out of place, and it's like a trickle, tumble down effect. If you see us getting to that breaking point, we're not upset. I'm not upset when I'm overwhelmed. I just need to figure out a way to get back to like my order of things. But when I get like that, I need someone to figure out, well, where are we going out for dinner? Don't ask me. Just pick a restaurant. Well, let's go. Like, just take that off my plate. That's a big one. I feel like if I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed, I need Andrew to step in and say, "Hey, kids, we're going out to dinner tonight, and this is where we're eating." And I'm just like, "Wonderful." So
I'm the opposite.
Oh,
Do not take control over me. I'm just kidding.
ooh,
I mean,
feisty.
yes, I am feisty, but so Justin is the one who cannot make a decision. So I can't do that.
Okay,
I
so
have to
men,
make all the
figure out how to
decisions,
make a
so I take
decision.
over him. Yeah. And that's okay. That's okay.
Right.
I'm a fast thinker. I'm fast, like, figure outer. Is that a word? I
Yeah,
don't
it
think it's a
is
word.
today. It's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Figure it outer. That's a word. So, but it's good to know. I mean, we have different. It's not everybody's married to us.
So here's the point: learn your wife.
Yes.
And maybe
learn your wife.
she does not want you to take charge, and maybe she does want you to take charge.
Yeah. All right. I have. Sorry.
No, go for it.
One more.
Okay.
And I think this one is a big one for me.
Oof.
And I tell Justin a lot about this one, but I think that a lot of guys forget.
Okay.
So a lot of wives or mothers are usually the photographer of the family, which means we do not take our picture taken with our kids.
No. Husbands, you need to
And
improve in this department.
that just, like, it kills me. I was like, I have all these great pictures of you guys, but it feels like I look at my picture and it's like, oh, where's the picture of me? And then it was, oh, no, not that one, because it's a selfie. Oh, no, not that one. But it's like all of the cute little moments that happen, and they happen every day.
Right.
But we don't have anybody, like, thinking in that sense.
Right.
We are always thinking, like, make memories,
Yeah.
like, they look cute. Okay, great. And they look cute. And like, I don't think guys think that way.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. Most of my pictures on my phone are either selfies that are like blurry or like double chin because I'm like taking it from an awkward angle, or they are pictures of other people. 100%. You're right. And I'm really guilty of this because I am a photographer by career. I put my phone away and my camera away on like family day. So unless I'm on my phone already and I'm like, oh, cute moment, snap a picture of Andrew and the boys, I don't do it. So I'm guilty of this as well. But yeah, for sure. If you're not that person, speaking photographer hat on, be intentional about scheduling family portrait sessions. Do not let a year go by where you are not capturing a family session, because it is insane. We do family sessions more than anyone else because we're photographers and we can. But we are very intentional about very regularly setting up those sessions and taking them. We do a beach trip every summer. We always take a family. We always do it. We take, we call them our Christmas pictures for like our Christmas card. Yeah. We take them every October or November. Without fail. It has to happen. But just that transition from June to November in our kids is massive.
Crazy.
So, like, if you're letting years go by and you're not good at taking selfies and you're not good at taking cell phone pictures, it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah.
So, if you're not
Yeah.
good at that, be intentional about a professional photographer. And I promise you, you can find a reasonably priced one, and you can find a. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Right there.
If you're in the
In your
South Florida
screen.
area. No, but in all seriousness, like, family portraits are a big deal for me because
Yeah.
it's so important. Like, I can look through those pictures and think, man, these kids have like grown up.
Yeah.
And Andrew and I look the same, but like, I don't know. The kids, gosh.
Yeah.
I have one.
We do that too. We do it twice.
Yeah.
Twice a year.
You have to.
One of the family vacation that we go to
Yep.
in the beach, and then the other one around November. And that's the one we use for Christmas pictures because again, they look totally different than what they do in
different.
the summer.
And I mean,
So
like,
funny.
we're fortunate with where we live in South Florida, where we could take like beach pictures, we could go to a park and take park pictures, and like, we have different scenery. But don't let that stop you. If you're in a northern state, we don't get snow. We can't take beautiful, like, here's my winter outfit, yay. Like, that doesn't happen in here. I took a walk with the boys today. It's not really winter anymore, but like, even in the coldest days, it felt like fall here. Like, we don't get winter photo shoots. We just don't. So take the opportunity and do something special in those moments.
Thank you so much for listening to the Common Dad podcast. We are so thankful to all of our listeners and followers, and we have heard you loud and clear. We would love to introduce our new line of Common Dad merch. Right down there at the link below, we got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got hats, we got travel mugs. If you want to see another item in the store, leave us a comment, let us know. We will get to work. Thank you again. Now, back to the show.
Yeah.
I'd say this is my last serious one, and then I have two funny ones.
Okay, cool.
This one hits home because it's hit me a few times. Mom guilt is real.
Yes.
Like,
Yes,
I
yes.
will be at my breaking point with the kids. And of course, Andrew realizes it, steps in, go take a bath, go take a break. I'll take care of, like, I'll do bedtime by myself. It's not a big deal. Skip dinner, go out with the girl, whatever it is, just go. And I'll do it. And I know I need the me time. But man, do you feel guilty? No, I need to be a part of bedtime. And no, I can't skip dinner. Of course not. Like, all of these things.
I think it's the weirdest thing because, and guys don't have this, okay? This is like science, okay? Science. Guys don't have like the physiological like tether to your kids
Right.
that women do.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just this is how God made us.
Right.
I don't
no,
know.
it's actually signed. Yes, you're right.
Scientifically,
Yes.
we are like
100%.
This is science. Anyways, so we are in this, like, whenever you're like saying this, taking time for yourself and you feel this guilt, is because we want so hard to be like 100% with our families.
Right.
And at the same time, we want so hard to be 100% by ourselves. It's just like, there's like two people in here going like this.
Right. 100%. No, it is. Yeah, it is exactly that. And like, I felt how many times, if you're a husband and a new father specifically, how terrible was your first date away from your newborn baby?
Oh my God.
Especially your first. Like, I don't remember all the details of our first date away, but like, I know I was checking my phone every 5 seconds, even though the babysitter was my mom. Like, of all people to trust, you trust your mom to take care of your newborn baby. But like,
Right.
I think it was actually Valentine's Day. Yeah, Alex was born end of January. Makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
Valentine's Day was probably our first date after he was born. Goodness gracious, that was terrible. Because you're trying to, like, this is me time. This is for me and my husband. Like, we need to have this moment. But, nope. Gotta check my phone. Gotta make sure everything's all right. The first week of that child's life, it's like, oh, finally, they're asleep. Are they still breathing? But it's like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
heightened when you go on. Yeah.
Sorry.
It's heightened when you like go out on that first date. Mom guilt is so real. Goodness gracious. All right, I have two more. They're like funny. I actually messaged a few of my friends to see what their answers would be to this.
Yeah.
And one of them said how much she spends in hobby supplies.
Oh, when hobbies
Like crafts.
painting and crafts.
Yes. She said one of her good friends said that if she passes away before her husband, whoever buys her like stash of whatever hobby she's on is going to hit a gold mine, because her husband believes that she spent a fraction of what she actually spent. And he's going to be selling it off for pennies on the dollar.
Oh
So
my
apparently,
gosh.
husbands, you have no idea what your wife actually spends. I mean, that could go for like what she spends on Amazon, Target, whatever. Andrew and I have a shared bank account, so this has never been a thing for us. Like, we could barely
share
buy
everything,
Christmas
too.
presents for each other without the other knowing what it is. Everything is shared in our house. There's no like
Yep.
hidden bank account or whatever. This one, I can't believe I forgot about it, and you're gonna say 100% yes to this. It's kind of silly, but very, very real, guys. Play with our hair, like the head scratch massage thing. If we're grumpy,
Oh, yes.
If
do
we're
that.
cranky,
Do that a lot.
if we just had a fight and you want us to get back into your good graces, play with our hair.
That's so true.
Like, for a guy, if we piss off our husband, all we have to do is flash him, and we're good. We're golden. Fight's over. We're done. Husbands, yeah, just done.
I win.
I win the fight. Husbands, play with my hair. I'm done. I'm cool. Everything is forgiven. We're good.
Calm. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's just,
Man, you did give him gold there.
yeah.
Jeez.
Mic drop at the end. Just play with my hair.
Mic drop.
Mm-hmm. Talking about flashing and talking about play with the hair. We're done. Well,
That's
we
so good.
with that, mic drop moment of boobies and hair, we are gonna wrap it up.
I did want to say something
Oh,
before
please,
we wrap it up.
Please.
Because I love what our husbands are doing.
Yes.
Sitting here and talking about being a father and how to do it better. And I just wanted to say thank you to the guys listening.
Absolutely.
On behalf of your wife, on behalf of the mother of your children, thank you for listening, and thank you for taking the time and learning and growing and wanting to grow and wanting to know more about fatherhood. And we just want to say thank you.
Absolutely. 100%. That, yes, we couldn't, the guys couldn't do this without listeners. There'd be no point. So thank you. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, all of the fun things. Follow us on YouTube. Hit that bell so you can get notifications for when the guys drop new episodes. Send them lots and lots of emails and tell them that you want to hear more from Sarah and Esther, because we were so amazing.
Amazing.
And
yes.
with that, we will bid you adieu.